Check this out. I know you have always dreamed of performing in Carnegie Hall, so I think this 2023 to 2024 season at Sound Espressivo will be perfect for you. As a platform, we host live online auditions so you can share your music with the entire world. Then we send you to incredible in-person venues like Carnegie Hall so you can perform solo, as a duo, as an ensemble, and with orchestra. This year we have a total of 4 gala events at Carnegie Hall, as well as 4 different opportunities to perform with orchestras in the US, in the Czech Republic, and even in Egypt. We want to help you fulfill your musical dreams. Go to soundespressivocompetition.com to check out our season and to apply. Congratulations! That was wonderful, Rosha. Wonderful playing. We'll first have Nicole from the judges.
Brava! What a beautiful, beautiful start to our competition today. What a joy to hear you play. You are a marvel. It is wonderful to hear you play today. I just amazing clarity, technique. I just really enjoyed this. This is probably one of my favorite violin concertos to play in the orchestra for, because this first movement is its own whole world, and I love it so much, and you captured it so well. Um, I just think there's so, like I said, there's so much to this concerto, and there's so much to it. I'm captivated by your technique. I am captivated by just how flexible and how nimble you were. This is what I'm writing down while I'm listening to you play. I have just the slightest little suggestion for you, and that is, and this is probably just possibly not having played this with an orchestra yet. I don't know if you have or not, but I'm guessing not, since you're in a concerto competition. So there's just a slight thing, and this might be fixed by actually playing this with an orchestra. I just feel like sometimes a phrase needs to end before the next one starts. It's just a little pause thing. It's very, 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 very small idea, but I just want to plant that seed for you. I don't want that to take away from anything else of your fantastic performance today. Brava.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Wonderful feedback. Next, we have Andrew.
Yeah, great job. It was really wonderful. You have a very bright future ahead of you. I just have two comments. One, when you're coming out of the cadenza and you start doing all the ricochet things, make sure you start. It's one of my favorite moments of all of the violin concertos, and make sure you just start soft enough so that your sound really like blossoms out of the orchestra. You got there. I mean, it's such a cool part. It's a chance for the soloist to get to show off, but make sure you hold the show off like 8 more bars, and then you can really flourish. The other comment I have is your left hand facility and technique is amazing. I was wondering with your right arm, maybe just check in with your shoulder and make sure you're nice and loosey-goosey. I mean, I know once you get a little nervous, then you start to squeeze a little, but make sure your shoulder's nice and soft so that you really have flexibility in your arm and how you change strings and put weight into the string. But overall, it was really great. Thanks for playing. You sounded wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Now we have Devon, please. Well, Steven, my apologies. You'll have to unmute yourself. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rosha, for the wonderful performance. Can you remind us, how old are you?
I'm 12.
Wow, congratulations. You really brought that piece to life, and you had the drama there, and the sound was wonderful. Just a few comments I think that might help if you're going to play with an orchestra, kind of following up on along the lines of what Nicole was talking about. I think first and foremost, like, keep going no matter what happens. A lot of times if you get kind of tripped up, no one would ever know. And if you're playing with other players, pianist or orchestra, you know, they're going to expect to keep going. So they're not going to be ready to stop. So no matter what happens, into letter D, I think you can make a little bit of a clearer gesture. Kind of anytime there's a violin concerto and you're leading the orchestra, and the music changes its character, you want to have just a little more clear. And I think in this case, you could do a little more retard and maybe a little less pause right before letter D. Just another thing in general, you know, unless there's a really strong reason to not do so, try to keep your tempo very, very consistent. This in particular, I noticed at F, make sure 1 to 2 of F is the same tempo as the 6th bar. So even if you're playing the little notes, you know, make sure that determines, you know, fast notes, what you're playing less fast notes at as well. Yeah, I think at H, it could be just a little more connected, a little bit lighter to encourage that in the orchestra, if you were to play with the orchestra. And then 274, I wouldn't speed up. I would prepare it into 279 so that tempo is really more consistent. So that's just a few more specific things that I think will really elevate your performance to a more professional level, which is really already incredible as somebody who's 12 years old. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Devin. Rosha, do you have anything to say to the judges or any comments to make before we move on to the next contestant?
No.
Okay, thank you so much. Judges, thank you for your feedback. This is just wonderful to be able to have this interaction and for them to hear you and your comments.
Thank you.
Right. And with that, we'll move on to our next contestant. Thank you so much, Rosha. Check this out. I know you have always dreamed of performing in Carnegie Hall. So I think this 2023 to 2024 season at Sound Espressivo will be perfect for you. As a platform, we host live online auditions so you can share your music with the entire world. Then we send you to incredible in-person venues like Carnegie Hall so you can perform solo, as a duo, as an ensemble, and with orchestra. This year we have a total of 4 gala events at Carnegie Hall, as well as 4 different opportunities to perform with orchestras in the US, in the Czech Republic, and even in Egypt. We want to help you fulfill your musical dreams. Go to soundespressivocompetition.com to check out our season and to apply. Harry. Wonderful job. Congratulations on a really fine performance. Harry, this was really wonderful to hear you. First, we have, now for our judges, we will have Nicole first.
Is Harry there?
Yes, I think so.
Is he there? Oh, I just can't see him. Okay.
Okay.
Bravo, Harry. It was just wonderful to hear you play. Oh, now I can see you. Wonderful. It was wonderful to hear you play today. Thank you so much for performing for us. I have to say, there was a smile on my face the entire time. What a wonderful piece and how wonderfully played. I have to say, I have to ask you, how old are you?
I'm 11.
You're 11. Fantastic. I actually, knowing that you were a younger person, looking at you when you started playing, thinking, I did close my eyes for a little bit to think, would I be this impressed if this person was an older person? And you know what? I would have been equally impressed. So it was really, really a fantastic performance. Really put a smile on my face. You're such a wonderful, bright future. On a technical standpoint, just the clarity with which you play and the clarity with which I can hear in your playing is fantastic. Well articulated. It's just that's something I specifically noticed. I'm just curious what you do when you're not practicing the piano.
I also play violin.
Do you? Okay, wonderful. So that informs your performance as well. What are you thinking about when you're playing this really exciting piece?
Well, it's just like a very happy piece. Like I'm just trying to like feel the music.
Yeah, I can tell that you are feeling the music, Harry. It's really fantastic. You know that these sometimes little things happen when we're playing, like, and this is why we love live music, though, because that emotion and everything just carries through. And yeah, you were really focused, and it was really a joy to listen to you. So thank you so much for playing today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nicole. That was wonderful. Drew?
Yeah, it was fantastic. I'm extremely impressed. I want to thank your collaborator also for playing with you. I really loved your. I don't know. At times it sounded like cartoon music, and it was like really light and playful, and I really enjoyed it. You obviously understand the characters you're going for and the music you're trying to convey. My only constructive criticism would be just make sure when you're getting to the loud stuff and you have all of these octaves and things that you're keeping your shoulders relaxed, your elbows relaxed, so that everything's really even and clear, that you don't get too excited and lock your elbows. Things get a little lopsided, but everything, it sounded fantastic. Congratulations. You have an extremely bright future.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Andrew. Last but not least, Devin.
Next, Gary. I agree with both Andrew and Nicole. I was really amazed just watching you. Those notes, such curiosity, dexterity. There's one comment I have about tempo. I would just, whatever tempo you start at, which is the Presto, I would go faster and change the energy when you get to the Molto Allegro and the vivace. Just so it's a different tempo. So maybe if you're going to go that tempo in the Molto Allegro, I would start a little slower on the Presto. Ideally, you're at that Presto tempo and you really take off at the Molto Vivace. But that's really the only thing I had. Great work.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Devin. Thank you so much. Harry, do you have any feedback from these from the judges? Do you have any response? Anything you want to say? Do you have any disagreements?
Thank you so much for all of this.
Wonderful. Thank you, Harry. It's wonderful to hear you. I really love this concerto. Hopefully we'll get to hear you play the whole thing. That'll be really great. And with that, I want to bring our judges back on for...
Check this out. I know you have always dreamed of performing in Carnegie Hall. So I think this 2023 to 2024 season at Sound Espressivo will be perfect for you. As a platform, we host live online auditions so you can share your music with the entire world. Then we send you to incredible in-person venues like Carnegie Hall so you can perform solo, as a duo, as an ensemble, and with orchestra. This year we have a total of 4 gala events at Carnegie Hall, as well as 4 different opportunities to perform with orchestras in the US,
in the Czech Republic, and even in Egypt. We want to help you fulfill your musical dreams. Go to soundespressivocompetition.com to check out our season and tour.